GIF It's the natural order of things. Once kids turn into adults, only one thing can happen. They come up with sick theories about their favorite TV shows as a child and ruin them. We hate to say it, but a lot of these make far too much sense for our liking. 1. Postman Pat has fathered all the kids in town. All the birds are definitely singing alright, because Pat is quite the Lothario according to this theory. It turns out that Pat is the Pate Mustard of Greendale. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Twitter user Tunduin each first noted how pretty much all the kids in the village have a certain Pat quality about them. Could it be that Pat has secretly been a serial shagger all these years? Postman Pat is the only redhead in Greendale. This is the village school. Hashtag Pat Mustard. Hashtag hairy babies pic.twitter.com/ub19hhztp. Dineen's Dictionary. Blue Book. Tunduin each December 31st, 2016. And it's made even worse when you think about poor Jeff. This is Jeff a Pringle and his son Charlie. Open your goddamn eyes. Jeff. pic.twitter.com/beyondofhuked. Dineen's Dictionary. Blue Book. Tunduin each December 31st, 2016. Not only that, but fans have dug even deeper into the revelation, realizing that the spin-off series Postman Pat's Special Delivery Service conveniently cuts Jeff out of the action while leaving his son Charlie behind. 2. Hey Arnold is actually all about Helga and her depressing life. Advertisement. Continue reading below. You'd think that a show called Hey Arnold is about, Arnold, but Redditor I Smoke Figs has pondered whether it's secretly about antagonist Helga G. Pataki, the angry bully who always picked on Arnold by calling him football head but was also secretly in love with him. Before you dismiss that as a silly thought, remember that it's actually Helga that shouts "Hey Arnold" repeatedly in the intro, and she's the only person that has her own monologue in every episode. Everything that we see is told via her viewpoint. Helga's life is a pretty depressing one, hence her need to be a bully to the one person she loves the most. Her father is neglectful, he refers to her simply as the girl, her mother is an alcoholic and her older sister Olga is adored. And so, maybe the show is all about Helga's obsession with Arnold, and how she manages to get through her horrid life through her love for him. Explaining the show's title and the weird amount of screen time for Arnold despite being a secondary character. 3. The Smurfs are white supremacists. Well, blue supremacists. The theory goes that the lovable Smurfs are actually a racist Nazi-like faction due to their pointed white hats. Go with it, and the fact that their leader wears a pointed red hat, which is very similar to the KKK. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Their villain Gargamel is a money-loving, big-nosed, dark-haired dude. Any deeply offensive stereotypes occurring to you? Whose cat is called Azrael, the name of the angel of death in Jewish tradition. Yeah, author Antoine Bueno also points out, the first comic strip, The Black Smurfs, was intimately concerned with what you might classify as a racial threat. Because in that album, the Smurfs are sick. And when they're sick, they don't turn purple or red or anything like that, they become black. And when they become black, they lose all trace of intelligence. 4. Rugrats all takes place in Angelica's head. The theory that Rugrats was all a result of Angelica's imagination doesn't sound all that dark at first, until you delve into the reasoning behind it and the way the characters believe. Apparently, Chucky died with his mother and Tommy was stillborn, which is why Chucky's father is a nervous wreck and Tommy's father is always making toys for a son that never had a chance to live. Oh, and the Davy had an abortion, but Angelica didn't know whether it would have been a boy or a girl, so she created the twins Phil and Lil. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Dark, right? It gets worse. The theory also includes the spin-off All Grown Up, because it states that Angelica was a bipolar schizophrenic who got addicted to drugs as a teenager, leading to her recreating her childhood in an imaginary world, and, because of the time lapse, her creations were older. Oh, and she died of an overdose when she was 13 at the end of All Grown Up. Sheesh. Donald Duck has severe TOWIE. His theory comes from the Journal of Cartoon Overanalyzations, which diagnoses Donald with post-traumatic stress disorder because of his often erratic behavior. This arises from his experiences as a paratrooper in World War II, as he is seen having regular flashbacks, has difficulties responding normally to social stimuli, and has persistent symptoms of increased arousal, e.g. difficulty falling or staying asleep, anger and hypervigilance. Not only that, but Donald clearly doesn't like talking about his experiences and has had symptoms for over 60 years now. Poor guy. 6. The Power Rangers are all child soldiers fighting against their will. Back in the 1980s, child soldiers who were recruited to battle in Iran were given plastic keys and were told they were keys to heaven. They were then made to clear minefields ahead of the adults. This kind of stuff sadly still goes on to this day around the world. In terms of the Power Rangers universe, Zordon